I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I wanna be the one. I wanna be great. I'm gonna be the one.
Hello.
Hey there. So, hey guys. So, sorry for being late. So, got things to take care of. So what's up, Mugaka? So, welcome to the Fierce Alphabet Black Queen stream. So, that's the first time you come on my stream, then.
All right. Let me shut this shit off. It's too loud.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's really hot in Florida.
Okay.
All right. Oh man, what a day.
Yeah, was a day.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, just staying around. So
I have Ruby's stream playing in the background.
Oh yeah, I got the stream there. Be careful, I don't want to get copyright in my stream. So
What'd you say?
Be careful not to play in this Katy Perry song. I don't want to get copyright in the stream. So
I hate that fucking song.
yeah.
I like the parody version better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, what's up?
Nothing much. I was actually I wanted to talk to you. I'm gonna turn this shit down. When you posted up that crazy video of the what is it called? The period cereal?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like
I was like, what the hell? Whoever
I was like,
is.
I wanna try that.
Oh no, I don't feel like try it. It's like, oh god.
I do, because you know why? You know why I want to try it?
Okay.
You know why I want to try it?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Because I'm tired of the penis-centric shit always affiliated with food. Also, it's raspberry flavored, and raspberry is my favorite fruit of them all.
Wow.
I just whoever made that cereal, they had a very interesting imagination, and I can't fault them for that. I really can't.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to do my own video on it.
Oh yeah, I look at your channel. You have to make videos like.
You what?
Oh, when I look at your channel, you have him like making a lot of videos. So you start with the
No.
fight thing, and
Right.
and you snore with streams and short stream. Sure, you can make a video with it.
Yeah, I looked it up online and I kind of did a short recording of it of my reaction to it, throwing some comedy in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Alex. I had to get the comments there.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's on it. Let me go to the beginning. You said, "Hola, send me a link." So I got you. Blue King says, "Yo." So I said, "Yeah." I was like, "Wilson for peace." Hello, Taylor. Hey. It says Puff. Okay.
So I wanted to ask you, your videos. How exactly do you make your videos? Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, I did that clip chan. So I did a clip chan. So yeah, I did a clip chan. It took like a little bit like a long time when I recording, when my audio recording. Yeah, the audio is a pain in the butt on my computer. So yeah, clip chan you can find online. You would want to.
Clip Chan. It's called Clip Chan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it in the private chat.
Probably in the private chat.
No, just send everyone saying clip chat.
Oh. Oh, okay. I see now. Clip Champ. Oh, okay. I think you said Clip Chan, like the Japanese Chan suffix.
Getting close to Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
God, yeah. Oh man.
we
Oh,
don't talk about.
speaking of Chris Chan, have you been keeping up with him or her?
No, I just leave him out here. Like I don't want to get involved with a Chris Chan situation. I mean Chris Chan situation.
Right. Right.
Did the sweet Alabama to his mother. Sweet Alabama to his mother. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. He was influenced by somebody named Isabella Loretta Yankee.
Who's that?
She is somebody that he met online, and there's a recording of her saying a bunch of shit concerning him and his mother, coercing him into doing that stuff. Like, she is an absolutely disgusting and despicable person.
Kind of like a
It's
troll.
Yes, she is definitely a troll,
Yeah.
but she
So
is actually she is a she. Sorry.
she got called to something. Like she got caught in exposed by online about she get involved with Chris Chan doing his mother. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
there's
follow the whole situation.
right. I mean, I kind of stopped after a while. I don't know what happened to her. I think Texas Tech University kicked her out. She did some really disgusting things to animals. Like one, she boiled a hamster
Oh,
alive.
oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Evil Sonic says hello. Hello, Evil Sonic.
Hello.
Yeah, it's very fucking disgusting. I seen this giant situation like this chick just telling Chris Chan to do to his mother and try and get more attention.
Right, right. And she was just, yeah, she's a grade A troll, grade A despicable person. She's like one of the worst Christian trolls so far, I would say. Like, she's kind of close to Blue Spike. Like, but even worse.
Yeah. How is your day? I'm good. So how was your day, Mugaka? So
Eventful.
Chris Chan and mom needs a therapy. Yeah, true. I think Chris Chan's mother needs real help because all the bullshit she's gone through, and yeah, both sides. Yeah, even Chris Chan too. He needs some real help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they need more than help. I feel like they're beyond help. Jesus.
yeah. I'm doing okay, just bored. Okay.
You know, and I'm gonna ask you this question for your sympathetic black queen, because you're both a female. We're both females. When you get
Yeah.
bored, you kind of like some drama. You kind of like drama, like watching drama unfold, either in somebody that you know or somebody who's kind of affiliated with you.
No, I was into dark mystery when I watched Blame on George videos and conspiracies and other stuff. Do you watch Blame on George?
No, I do not. What is that?
He's a YouTuber. He does great covering about, cartoon and anything. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he does some color stuff about anything like something about Nickelodeon and Dan Pell Smimer situation and some other topics about theories and underground creepy pasta videos. I think he going to make it creepy pasta videos. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should look him up. He's kind of cool. Let me put in a private chat so you remember.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Do you want to watch the Steven Universe, anti-racist PSAs? It's just, yeah.
Is that the one with Pearl and she's in
No,
the playground? Oh, this
no,
is a
it's
new one,
something
huh?
more.
This is a
It's
new one?
no, it's just old. I just want to get the cringy out of my mind. Like, it's that's yeah.
I, I I think I remember putting in the this is the one about the filament, about the black man creating the filament. I've seen that one. I've seen that one already. The filament inside of the light
Yeah,
bulb. Yeah,
yeah, with
that
Ruby.
one. Right with Ruby King. That was it was something else. It was like it was the same thing that I watched a couple of years ago, saying that this woman invented the computer and then this man came and stole her idea or something, or appropriated it or some dumb shit like that. I don't know.
Okay. Let
Yeah.
me get my butt in to get YouTube up. I could just show you. It says be an ally, so you know what I'm
Right.
talking about. You seen
I'm
those
pretty
Steven Uber's videos?
I'm pretty sure I've seen it. The PSA with Pearl. I mean,
Huh.
if you
I'd be
wanna
killing I get copyrighted.
if you wanna share it with the chat, that's fine. Like if you wanna overlay it on this video, that's fine.
Sure, we could just go trash it. Like we were distracted.
Okay.
So you just in case I don't want to get some volume issues on my computer anyway. So let's see.
Right.
Steven Universe.
Do you get the meme? High level production, aka Dr. Awesome, eating Burger King.
Yeah,
Is
Jesus.
that Ruby on it? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Is that Ruby? I heard his voice.
Oh yeah. I have I'm giving like both views to you. Oh shit, what did I do? I'm giving both views to both of you guys.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm
Just
writing,
had to
I'm
sign
talking to
in.
you, but I'm also writing in his chat too.
Okay. Hang up computer.
Hmm. So are you getting the PSA up?
I just had to sign in.
Oh,
My computer's having some issues.
how old is your computer? Oh, blame it on Jorge. Okay, yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I watch him sometimes.
Oh, you know? I
Yeah, I
saying
do
blame
know
on
him.
George. Oh, Hawaii. Oh, mispronouncing it. I had to be careful with. Yeah. Oh, so my computer's like, I don't know, like last year old. I'm thinking. I don't know. I just
Oh, oh, really?
never. Uh, uh, like, yeah, it's a pain in the butt for me.
Mm.
I gotta share on Scream. So, I'm gonna share it on Scream. Oh, more comments. I had to look at the comments, so I won't
Yeah,
even
yeah, that's fine.
do
'Cause
I do the
there's some that are
there.
there's some that are really interesting. Some that are chats are really interesting.
Yeah. I am doing okay, just bored. Okay. The only therapy Chris needs is prison. Yeah. I'm going to ask you guys, this is who is the biggest troll. Christian, Jason, Austin, or Tama No, I don't know how to pronounce the last name there. So.
Tana Mongeau, I don't know who that is. I don't know who J Station is. I do know who Onision is.
Yeah,
And
I know
then
who Onision is. The sweep.
Christian is not really a troll. He's somebody who gets trolled.
Yeah, he's a troll victim. Years ago when he was getting, you know, being mentally stayed because of the internet. I am a
Yep.
fan of Louis Kane and Ronald. I made animation videos. Okay. So go ahead, Mugaka.
Oh, yeah, that's all I was gonna say. That
Okay.
Christian's not a troll. He is somebody who got trolled and is getting trolled and is in prison now, I believe, if I
Yeah,
remember
not
correctly.
in female prisons. Do not put him in the female prisons. Just
Did they
put him
really
in
put him in? Wait, did they really put him in a female prison?
No, good news is he's not. He is a trans woman. So yes, he was sent to some separate prison, some met. I don't know where he at then. I just don't know.
Piercing your taint does not count as surgery, so I'm still calling Christian a he.
Yeah.
Surprised he hasn't gotten septic poisoning from doing that shit.
Yeah, I just don't want him to get death penalty. I just want him to stay in prison. What kind of animation do you do? I don't do animations yet. Psych, oh, you talked to him. That's right. And any kind of animation I love to do. Okay. Oh, this computer's in the butt here. Oh, and any kind of animation I love to do. Okay.
Okay.
Ultimate. Cool. And I do reaction videos as well. Okay. I said it. Chris Chan is very problematic, but she's a child play when compared to Randy Sr. aka David Van Killer. Oh. He's
Oh,
not like
Tranny
compared
Phantom.
to. Yeah, I don't think he's not compared to the Dane Phantom animation killer. I'm just saying he just do some petty crimes, not like he commit some violence or something.
No, all he did was spray a game employee, whatever, GameStop employee in the face with pepper spray. That's
Oh
like,
yeah, I already watched it.
and
He's like
and almost
he's getting
and
pissed
almost
off
run
with some. Oh, go ahead.
and almost his parents, I think it was Barb. It was either Barb or Robert almost ran over the GameStop manager.
Really?
Yeah.
He's yeah. He just get upset over some, over some Sonic. He didn't get why his arms are blue, some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already saw this video.
It was stupid. Don't call anyone.
Wait, he's only getting pissed all over some blue arms. I thought he's targeting some guy for paint things. Man, this is like a clown world we live in.
Yeah.
Hey, long time no see. I just wanted to tell you that I turned 18 2 days ago, July 20th, but I hope you guys are okay. Oh,
All right.
that's my
Welcome to the adult club.
yeah, I forgot that's my friend, my childhood friend, We both united at high school before COVID hit, so yeah. Tanya McNeil is not a troll. She's popular YouTube who got called out for getting mad at Zine for saying an N-word when she did the same.
Okay, so there's two things. There's trolls and then there's lol cows. So Tanya Mongeau is a lol cow.
Yeah, gotcha. So tell me about Tanya Magoon. I don't know about this person. Oh, she's a Caucasian girl, and I don't know. She's kind of like a popular YouTuber. Like I don't know about her, so it's best we should save that for later.
First time I've heard of her.
Okay. J Station is a YouTuber that does 3 a.m. challenges.
Wait, what are those? 3 a.m. challenges.
I don't know, some kind of like it's kind of like some game like they do at 3 a.m. Like 3 a.m. is like some battle symbol like you have to get up at 3 a.m. like something like that. They did that like all the time. You look at videos. You go look at videos and find it.
No,
My
I don't know
bad.
what that is. What is that? This is new stuff to me.
No, it's just happens old. I don't know how old that 3 a.m. challenges were. I'm just saying, it's just popular now. Oh, my bad. But she also known for that Tachan, digestion incident. Confession incident. Okay.
Huh.
Sorry about me always late. Don't be apologize, Suzuki. It's fine. You don't have to be late, but hell, I'm late as well. Hold on. I'm sending the link on Twitter, Taylor. Okay. So let's go see some Steven Universe anti-racist video. So warn yourselves, it's a cringy one. The reason I found it cringe, you could went got aliens who got his help in the black struggles. And the show is created by Rebecca Sir. I look up about her. She's an LGBTQ Caucasian Jewish woman. I think she dated the black guy. I don't know. And I don't believe she made anti-racist videos. I don't know, it was her or Cartoon Network. I don't know.
Ian Cordy, is that his name?
I think. Oh wait. May I join the chat? Sure. I don't know why, but okay, I can join you. Okay, you can join the stream, so. I had to get the sign, so my computer's being dumbass again. So, okay. Yeah, guys, I had to put that chat from my friend over there. So, my God, I had a question. So about you, I just watched your little videos. Do you do animation or something?
I do actually. I just haven't done any recently though, because just been tired and stressed out. Animation takes a long time to do, like real authentic animation.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the animation I've done so far is like pencil animation. I want to eventually move on to making full animation, which is like, it's colored and there's a background. So I've been teaching myself how to do that.
I see. Okay.
But I'm good at making characters move and, the movement and all of that. So it looks like it is actually moving and it looks like an actual animation. There's no tweening. It's full on animation. It's frame by frame animation. Just like you would see in the old Disney cartoons.
Okay, I sent a link on Twitter, so. Okay, let's go get to this Steven Universe video. So let's do this. Let's see. You see this? Huh? Don't deny it. Define it. Be an ally. See color. Tell the whole story. I just know that few seasons of Steven Universe game more worse than the Steven Universe future. I just knew this game more worse. About Steven. Now these Crystal Dance want to be jam here. Wow. I couldn't imagine how cringy it is. You know how I was so cringy about this? When I looked around the videos, I was like, like you got this, wait, what Butter's here? Yo, what's up?
Doing good.
Hello? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Mugaka, you here?
I'm still here.
Okay. So what's up? This is Mugaka, my new guest. She's been around with Ruby streams, Ruby King streams. So we look at some anti-racist videos by Steven Universe. Talk
Oh,
about Jim CBism.
Steven Universe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking hate that show.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah,
Steven
I,
Universe. I mean, it's a good show, but I'll just say that it has its good points, then it had its bad points.
yeah, and the future ones suck. The future ones
Oh,
suck.
especially that. I saw Cartoon Sheet's take on Steven Universe Future, and he was not wrong with things that he says. Like, well, it's his words, it's his opinions, but he does make good points about how the ending to Steven Universe Future was anticlimactic, especially how Rebecca Sugar tried to tackle the issue of mental health and depression, but the way it was handled was not in the respectable manner. Hello?
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
can hear you. I'm just
Yeah, I was just saying
busy
like
looking.
yeah, Steven Universe is known for, tackling issues like love, acceptance, family, like accepting people for who they are. But sometimes its messages can be far fetched or it can be confusing, especially in future where, like I said, Cartoon She did a review on Steven Universe Future, and he broke down how the show tried to tackle mature things like mental health and depression, and the way it was handled was not in the respectable manner.
Yeah, you're correctly. I did characters like they had some mental issues. Like, yeah, I just create characters with some mental issues. Like when I just make an idea to make them, just like any other show out there. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, I watched those full episodes when I was a kid before I retired since, season 4 or 3. I don't even remember, so
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the show, but I do respect it.
I
I mean,
respect it
I
too.
do, I do respect like when the show is good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. When it's bad, it does show. Like Steven Universe Future, it shows. Not, I'm not saying that the original had issues, but Future
Yeah.
had issues.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Not talking about the fan base. I mean, the fan base is something else. They would just defend the show no matter how bad, no matter how many people criticize like the show or something.
Yeah. Remember the incident when they did to artists were over drawing
Yeah,
World's Course.
yeah, Zammy. I remember she doing fine now, but
Thank
but
God.
at the time she was like 15 or 16 years old. She was a teenager at that time. She was a huge fan of that show, and people claimed that she was racist, xenophobic, homophobic because she drew Rose Course skinny. I'm like,
Why do you think it's homophobic and racist you draw a person skinny? Like, it doesn't make no sense. Like,
I mean,
dude, she's only drawn.
it's fan art.
It's
It's fan art. She just,
hell. You're right. It's just fan art. Like, it's the same thing when these people gonna claim, when after like I fix your shit on Knuckles, make him black because I don't want to fan nobody. Like, oh my god, this is the reasons I have problem with those fan
woke.
bases. It's not just
These
fan
woke.
base, it's Twitter.
It's the wokeness.
Oh yeah, because I noticed.
SJW, leftists, right wing, also right wing people too.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all about the. So this is all about the anti-racists, and I could tell it's gonna be cringe.
Yeah, I was showing you a video about some bunch of. Oh, did you watch some anti-racist by Steven Universe videos? Like I shared for Louis King.
I don't have. I mean, it. Steven Universe. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not expecting nothing, groundbreaking with the show. I mean, anti-racism PSA commercials been around for a long time, and it's not something new that Steven Universe would do something like this. I just find it laughable because we all know, we all get it. We get it. Racism is bad. We get it. But it's part of life.
Yeah, like racism is forever. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way you cannot kill it. Let's
But I can tell this is gonna be
let's just
cringe.
watch one of those PSAs. Like, if I get copyrighted in this video, yeah,
You
if
might
I get copyrighted in this video, well,
shouldn't well, can you do a watermark?
huh?
A watermark, like
Watermark?
yeah, to avoid copyright.
How you do that?
Like I never tried it, but it's just a suggestion. Like if you want to avoid copyright, you can do a watermark, like how Keenan Fox did with his videos when he was tackling Harry on Hook's videos. He would use a watermark to avoid copyright.
I guess you're right. Let me
Yeah.
let me get more of my. So you're right. I can do that. So thanks for telling me. So. Wherever Cartoon Network copyright my ass in my video, I mean my stream. So Mugaka, are you there? Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay.
So I prefer
what's going?
I prefer Gravity Falls over Steven Universe.
I do too.
I love.
There you go. Oh, that's cool.
Also, it's
Yes.
like one of the few that's actually good. Actually good.
Yeah.
The Weird Mageddon
You mean
sucked
my
ass though.
Walmart again?
I'm like, for a
Yeah.
Disney show,
Okay, let's do
was
this, spoilers, guys.
Okay.
right.
Hey there, guitar. Just dropped my friends off for a gig. For today's lesson.
Cheese it, Greg! Let's get out of here! Oh, why did we do this?
What? The anti-racism shorts?
We're not human. Who are we
to speak
to speak for human people of color?
Oh my
Yeah, you can't do that, but
Explain.
dude, you guys notice like people of color? Well, wait, what you guys knew about them? Like, do you jams? Like, do you guys ask species about their racial issues? Like, be allies. Oh, hang on.
This is something that
Let me charge my computer. I'll be right back, guys. Let me get my charger. My computer's 20%.
So Rayshawn Butler, I want to ask you a question. What's your favorite? God damn it! I almost said Steven Universe. What's your favorite Gravity Falls episode?
my favorite Gravity Falls episode.
Yeah.
Northwest Mansion Mystery.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one.
Fun and dark at the same time.
Anything that has Bill Cipher in it is fun, except for Weird Mageddon. I fucking hated Weird Mageddon, especially the first one.
That was like the grand finale. That's like when the show got that was when the show was epic. Like Gravity Falls had a lot of good moments, but that was like the most epic one.
Oh, I think that one was shit. I wrote a much better, interesting script for the grand finale.
Yeah, like it does have flaws, but I'm saying like what went down almost Bill almost causing the apocalypse
Yeah.
to Gravity Falls. But I'll say Northwood Metro Mystery is my favorite because it's your classic haunted house story.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one of the things I love is how they develop Pacifica's character.
Yeah, Pacifica was always seen as a bratty little girl, and then you see a different side of her in that one.
Yeah. I just love how she went from a bratty girl to like somewhat of a tsundere type of character. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, she went from being like this bratty girl who like she's better than anyone, but as the story went on, she became like this tsundere. Like she's caring, but she doesn't want to show it type of person.
Right, and she likes Dipper.
Yeah, they do make a cute couple though.
They do, they really do. I just I don't like how they did the Mabel character. Like I felt like she could have been fleshed out better,
Yeah,
and especially with the Weird Mageddon episode, I just thought that one was so poorly written.
yeah. People have their opinions on Mabel. Like Mabel, to me, she's a very good character.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Nice.
Mabel's a good character, but she also has some flaws. Like she can be just as stubborn as Dipper is. Like all the characters in that show have their strengths and weaknesses, and Mabel and Dipper are no exceptions. Because they have moments where you root for them, and then they have moments where they just piss you off.
Right. And I think with Mabel is that they could have developed her character better, and her character could have been developed into a more interesting one at the end of Gravity Falls. But I'm just gonna guess that Alex Hirsch was just so he was so pushed, like hurried to finish it, that that's what that's what we got instead. That's unfortunate.
I mean, yeah, but Mabel, she had her moments to shine too.
Yeah, she did. She's a fun character. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I mean, aside from Dipper, like Mabel was the one I feel like was the most neglected when it came to development, character development.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, let's continue
get back
to play this video. So
yeah.
I hear you guys talk about Gravity Falls.
Anyone can be anti-racist. It can't only be up to marginalized people to speak out. That would be totally unfair.
Hey, Taylor, can you pause for a
The
second?
camera loves you guys.
Yes, my performance was flawless, but I see possible futures where we've made humans uncomfortable.
There's feedback.
You got something to say, Mugaka?
There's feedback coming from the thing, like the voices are overlapping. So what you do in this case is you turn down your PC, and then you let the video play, and you should be able to hear it.
Oh, well, you guys, I don't know. Well, I don't want to get copyrighted my stream, so.
No, it's not that. It's the voices are overlapping, so it makes it hard to hear. It's like there's two videos playing when there's only one.
The hilarious part, the Steven Universe
Okay.
fan harassing in order to attempt suicide because Rose was drawn skinny, is that she was pink diamond, which means she was skinny the entire time. Ain't that
That is hilarious.
ain't that crazy? So you basically just bullied her for nothing.
You guys talking about Zamio, all right?
Yeah. So
I remember that.
basically, they just bullied her for nothing.
Yeah, they did. It's because there's a bunch of fat women.
It's SJW. It's an SJW woke shit that they do.
Yeah, like a bunch of fat feminists. It's like, oh, we need representation for our fat asses, and Rose is one of them. She's a fat, beautiful woman, just like me.
WAP. Yeah, where you going?
Okay, yeah, I had to cut the computer because it's frozen. So
All right.
we'll be back, guys. No, we're not
Okay.
stream, so.
I mean, when it comes to Rebecca Sugar, I don't always agree with what I don't always agree with what she puts in her shows, but as a animator, but not as but as a person, I do respect her as an animator and as a person because she put a lot of hard work on the show.
You're right.
Yeah, even though I don't always agree with what she says. Well, not what she says, but the things she puts in the show.
Right. And that's why I couldn't watch it for the most part. I saw like this man hating agenda in the show and it just totally turned me off.
Or the part where Amethyst turned into Steven's mom, dead mom. That traumatized Greg too. Like Amethyst did a lot of wrong stuff.
Amethyst was just a fucking stupid character.
Fun
Like
but stupid.
literally stupid.
Like Pearl is the most rational, even though she had her moments. No,
I'll
well,
tell you, the only character I like in Steven Universe, the only fucking character I like in Steven Universe is Peridot. That is the only character I like.
oh,
All
she's
the other characters can go to hell.
oh yeah, Parrot. That's the most iconic one. Claude.
Yes. Yes. Claude.
Oh my goodness! Imagine she was in Sailor Mouth of SpongeBob SquarePants, and she'd be using
Oh.
the Claude. Oh my goodness! That's like
Yeah.
she would use that word, and Mr. Krabs would have shushed her mouth because in that world of Steven Universe, the word Claude is considered a bad word in their world.
Oh, really?
Well, you know how instead of mouth, where or in SpongeBob they use euphemisms of bad words,
The noises, the dolphin noises.
the dolphin noises.
Yep.
Yeah, but I would say
Yeah,
this.
I guess I kind of associate with Peridot because we're both really small and feisty.
Yeah. So out of all three shows, I prefer Gravity Falls. Like I feel like it has, while the show does have its issues here and there, like they're not as annoying as the ones in Steam Universe or the Loud House. That makes sense because the Loud House has a lot of issues.
Oh, that's the third. I thought you were talking about SpongeBob.
Get
But
crazy out, guys.
Hey.
I'm here on a hook. What's
Oh
up?
my gosh.
Yeah, I just watched a few of our Raccoon streams.
oh
And
my,
guess what's gonna happen to you? I'm gonna fudge your guys into call you that. I'll call you misogynist, homophobic, racist, fatphobic, transphobic, and now you're defending the most racist, misogynist Butch Hartman and Dan Snyder. You know why? Because I notice you are a bunch of bigots. I don't care you're people of color. I am a black woman of color. I can call you coons I wanted to. So you guys should do me. I'm gonna have my followers to go attack you. So
Where's
I
Taylor?
hope
What did you do with Taylor?
Oh, she's not here. I really know. She's still gonna come back out of her prison when you guys will be so much. Now, you, Wei Shun, Butler, I'll get you next time. And you, I don't know who you are, Mugaka, I'll get you next time. I'll sell you to get there. Wait, who's that? Oh shit, I need to get the hell out of here. I'm getting out. Fuck this crap. So, fuck all y'all. I'll be back later.
Imagine Alex.
It's funny.
Alex. No.
Where did she go?
Mugaka.
Yeah.
Do you know the Golden Girls?
Yes, I do.
Imagine if she ripped on that show or South Park. I'll be laughing like crazy.
Who? Taylor?
Harry on.
Oh, Harry on a hook.
If she tackled South Park, I'll be laughing.
Oh, if she attacks Golden Girls or South Park.
Either one of them, I'll be laughing. Because with South Park, that show is an equal opportunity offender.
Yeah, I love South Park.
They offend everybody in the book.
Right.
And I can't believe that show is still that show is done in like 6 days.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, 6 days. Like, I think with South Park, like, the animation is very crude. Very crude. Like, it's not like it's not the best, but they did improve. Like, you can see the improvement.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because they first started out with like scraps of paper, and they just moved the scraps of paper around. I mean, you can kind of even sing that in the intro of South Park.
Live stream. Oh, you got 30. Thank you. Yeah, South Park is doing the great shows. Like, it has issues here and there, but one thing about South Park is that it stays relevant. It's no more.
It really does. Oh, have you seen the streaming one?
Oh no.
That one was hilarious.
I just saw
guys, what's going on? So what's
hey,
up?
Harriana Hook stole your identity for a while.
6 freaking days.
Yeah, she got away from my house now.
Are you gonna have to set off stink bombs or something to get that smell out?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This chick she's everywhere, man. She's looking us everywhere.
Can you do your impression of End Dragon 12?
Well, yeah, this M Dragon 12. Well, I'm gonna show you one of the videos till we. First of all, we need to do the Steven Universe Ally one, so we're gonna do the M Dragon 12 chick.
Do your impression of her.
What? Wait, who is this?
Because
some chick just trashing on anime being pedophile, some shit.
Oh man, God!
Josh and Moore give me advice to Harriana Hulk. Yeah. Let's do this.
You know what, Ruby? You know what Ruby and I say? People who do that type of stuff, they're probably pedophiles themselves.
Anyone else's way?
I don't think Harriana's a pedophile. I'm just saying, like, she's she's very she has limited experiences, which is she's 23. I'm 24, so
It just kind of makes you think, though.
It is what it is.
It makes me think when people go after anime or lolicons, and they're like, oh, these people who jerk off to anime girls or jerk off to lolicons, they're pedophiles. And it's like, I feel like there's some projection going on here. Is there something that you're hiding that you're not telling us? You know what I mean?
Gave me vibes from Smosh. I mean, Vosh.
Yeah, exactly. Vosh.
I mean,
Vosh was all over like, oh, and these animes like Tatsumaki, she's a lolly. She's clearly made to look like a little girl. And then you hear him say like, yeah, pedophiles,
you mean
children can
Mo
consent or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck
Mo
am I listening to?
Moe
Yeah,
Yeah,
moe
your
means
BLM supporter
sexualized
is
in
a
Japanese.
pedophile.
Moe.
Okay, let's do this.
Mo.
Hey there, guitar heads. Just dropped my friends off for a gig. For today's lesson.
You guys can hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I can, but there's some weird feedback.
You hear it echo?
Yeah, I still hear it echo.
Well, let me get this.
I see Caillou right there in
I
the
do too.
recommendation.
Oh. So let's do this.
I'm gonna
My
tell you.
name's Caillou.
I'm gonna tell you this. At least Haryana like she's funny. At least she's entertaining. Android 12 is not entertaining whatsoever. At least with Haryana, like she's at least entertaining to watch, funny to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like she does have some good points. She does
Hey,
have some
Mugaka.
good, but
yeah,
most of the time, some like some of her points are good, some of her points are cringe.
What's that, Taylor?
Also, do you watch my Caillou video on my channel?
I did.
I mean, a Caillou video. Yeah, you forgot to comment with your thoughts about it. So, yeah, Caillou get the CGI reboot.
Like how they did with Rugrats. Like how they did with Rugrats.
Yeah, they really destroy my childhood.
Oh God, that was horrific.
It's the money. It's the money. It's the current. They want the green. They want to smoke all the green and die.
Yeah. So let's do this.
Egg, let's get out of here. Oh, why did we do this?
What? The anti-racism shorts?
We're not human, so who are we to speak for human people of color?
You people don't know about people of color. What is going on with you guys?
Yeah, you're not humans. You're cartoons.
Yeah.
You're not real.
No, they're gems. You guys are gems. You guys were lived like thousands of years ago. Like, do you guys ever go in the other planets and stick in the these species?
You guys don't fucking exist, so you have no say.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk about other gems, talk about like tackle Geminism.
Yeah, or why you were so horrible to what was that character? The one that looks like a gorilla?
Geminism.
No, what was the one that looks like a gorilla?
You mean a purple one? You mean
yellow?
The one that's like has rainbow hair. Bismuth.
Oh, Bismuth.
Oh. Yeah. Hang on, let's see. the jams that currently don't care about humans of color during the the slave trade war to civil rights movement in Colombia, genocide, and more. Well, they're thousands of years old. I don't know. Every time I see those PSAs, I have the urge to claw my eyes out. The only good things about PSAs, they were means to make fun of them.
Stop it. Get some help.
I rather just mute my channel. Hell, I mean, in the 90s, Sailor Moon in their dub, they did Sailor Says.
Oh God. Those
Yeah,
were cringe.
yeah. Sailor Moon when Cartoon Network took over the show, they did like these segments after the end of the show. They did these segments called Sailor Says.
I know, and it looked like something from Saved by the Bell because I grew up with that stuff.
Yeah, 90s. Kind of playing the same thing too, but at least with that one, there was a point to it.
Also, you heard watching Sonic when they said Sonic says, yeah.
Oh God, that's another one I grew up with.
Yeah. No wonder
the one with Jaleel White from Steve Rocco. And did I do that? Like it's the same voice as Sonic.
Yeah, no wonder. YouTube poop made fun of that. You don't know what like YouTube poop is basically like mixing videos and making them funny.
I want to make a YouTube poop one day on
Like,
this.
You should. You should. Taylor, you should do that.
Hotel Mario or the Zelda game.
Yeah.
YouTube poop, Go Anime, all that stuff. Like Go Anime, like them videos were funny as heck. I don't care what no one says. They're funny as heck.
Yeah, they made a Caillou video get grounded. Yeah.
I mean,
that'll cure my cancer from Caillou reboot.
I mean, well, Caillou is known for like that's what he's known for. They like to satirize, parody like Caillou's bratty behavior. I mean, them videos are funny as heck.
Yeah.
Repetitive, yeah, but that's the point of them. But still, I mean, it's just when you go back to the 90s, like yeah, the 80s and 90s were good times, but there were moments where they were really annoying, and the PSAs were the annoying ones. I mean, there are some good ones, but there are some bad ones.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion, I don't think Steven Universe should ever do anti-racism stuff. The anti-racism PSAs, because one, we get the point. What's the point of them? We get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Taylor, I'm gonna hop off of here, and I'm gonna go on to Ruby's stream if that's okay.
Okay.
So I'll see you later. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
We'll see you in our stream. So
right.
I gotta have you streams on the weekends. We can have the stream on the weekends. So if you want to join me, we gotta talk about Dragon 12 chicks. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
All
right. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Nice to meet you, Rayshawn.
You too.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So what did she cover?
Yeah, you can't do that, but you can speak for yourselves. You're allies.
Allies? Explain.
Well, anyone can be anti-racist. It can't only be up to marginalized people to speak out. That would be totally unfair. Besides, the camera loves you guys.
Yes, my performance was flawless, but I see possible futures where we've made humans uncomfortable.
And this has nothing to do with us.
But it does. I used to think racism wasn't my problem because it wasn't hurting me. But every time I didn't fight it, I let systemic racism continue.
Bruce, what has to do with you, man? And what the hell has to do with the gems? Dude.
Right. They're not even... Okay, first of all, the gems are not even people of color. They're just rocks.
Hell, they're not human anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think they should even be doing this because when we get the message, racism, yes, racism is bad, but at the same time, it's been around here for like a long time ago, like a long time. Like we get the message, but sometimes you just kind of have to live with it.
Yeah.
No matter how racist, how sexist people can be, you just kind of have to live with it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes starting fights with people is not the best solution. So I don't understand why Greg has to sing about anti-racism because one, Steven Universe was not a show about racism. It was a show about love and acceptance.
Yeah, it's about, dude, it's just a show, just love and acceptance. You don't see that this makes all of it. What's kind of funny about this when you got, LGBTQ community when they talk about racial issues, like, come on, you can't choose both. Like, seriously.
That's what made the show interesting. That Garnet was created by Ruby and Sapphire. And you want to know why? Because it was out of love. It was love. They loved each other.
Yeah, like
that's how Garnet was made. Ruby and Sapphire, two lesbian gems in love. But the thing is with the gems, they have no genders. Because Rebecca Sugar herself, hold on, Rebecca Sugar, like she's LGBT, but she's also non-binary. Let me see.
She is a non-binary.
She's non-binary. So she came out with no. Yeah, she's non-binary. So she's genderless. Like she's half a dude, half a woman.
But she's still a woman, in my opinion.
Yeah,
no offense. I don't get the non-binary thing, but I can respect it, whatever.
I respect. That's all. I respect genderless people. Heck, a lot of anime have a lot of genderless characters. That's what the show is known for: love, acceptance, regardless of who they are. Like, even though people have done things that you don't agree with, done actions that you don't agree with, like, starting wars and everything, you still need to accept them because it's just part of life. Like wars part of life, no matter how gruesome it is. Like, it's part of life.
Yeah.
I didn't hear nothing about racism within the actual show, so I don't think the crew behind the show, the crew behind Steven Universe, should ever do an anti-racism PSA. Regardless, because I think with them doing this, you're just spoon feeding it. You're just spoon feeding your audience.
Yeah, you're trying to make we know last time they made a progressive flag, wait, it's brown and black. Why does this mean? Means people of color. Dude, you know people of color doesn't, let's say, they don't even like queer folks. Just saying. Like, you're making your entire community embarrassed. How embarrassed when I see a aggressive flag? Like, where's the LGBTQ flag with rainbows instead of just having this striped triangle in it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I just feel like they don't need to do this. I mean, OKKO had an episode where everyone was turning into skeletons, and basically it's basically like like they try to go for like a political message with that episode where everyone was turning into skeletons. They want to go for that political route, but it was not cutting them. It was not doing no good, and because the reason why, because first of all, OKKO is an action comedy. Like Steven Universe is an action coming of age story. Like, yes, it does tackle war, genocide. It does tackle a lot of mature topics like abusive relationships between Lapis, Lazuli, and Jasper. That relationship was very abusive because of how Jasper was taking advantage of Lapis. But still, that was the whole point of the show: is love and acceptance, and all your troubles can be solved with a freaking hug. Steven Universe feature anyone?
Well,
Yeah, that's still that. Yeah, if you want me to link you the Cartucci video after this, I can, because he went in full depth of how all that became a cluster.
okay.
But yeah, but let's go and see what Greg has to say.
And sure, talking about this stuff means you might mess up, but you can learn and you can care. And I know you care. You're the crystal gems.
But how are these shorts gonna fix anything?
Well, being an ally is bigger than just one gig. It's about seeing your place in the problem. If you speak up, maybe people will follow your lead and be able to change.
Like communism? Like we could communism, guys? DJs know about communism when they just fought Antifa mode. You guys know this? Yeah.
The whole racist system. Maybe these shorts can't make a difference, but allies can.
Yes, there are so many futures where systems change.
See, we should have made a short about allyship.
Greg, let's use this video as one of the shorts.
What, me? But I'm just Guitar Dad. I wasn't trying to.
Oh.
Okay, fine. But I want a producer credit.
What the fuck? It's the 1980s song. The ally. The anti-racist. Do you know anti-racism means there are certainly are racists? Like,
Oh my god, that's so cringe to say.
Like, if you guys are anti-racist, what are you were here for Eric July, who produced Web Buffers, who was being wastely attacked by SJWs on comments? Oh wait, because he's a black Republican. I mean, he's a black conservative libertarian. We don't support him, so he's a coon. He his own people.
Like I said, this is something that woke people would watch. I'm not saying okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this: do you think, in your own opinion, Steven Universe is a woke show? In your opinion, Like,
I don't
do you
know.
think?
Like,
Yeah. Do you think Steven Universe as a whole is a woke show?
Steven Universe come out like in 2010s. I don't know what year. Like entire
I
woke
think
shit before later seasons,
I
and
think
I was like,
20
wow.
came out. Let me see. Steven Universe when it came out. Okay, there we go. Steven Universe. It came out in. It came out in 2013. Yeah, 2013. So yes, Steven Universe. It came out in 2013. Like years after one year after Gravity Falls.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's it's progressive, very progressive with its themes, and most of the times they do a very good job, but sometimes it could be far fetched.
Oh wait, Libby King just looking at our stream. My stream there. No, I mean I'm surprised at that. So you want to look at the art anti
Yeah,
this ones like
yeah.
first.
I mean that's one thing about animation. Like it does take a lot of time. Well, it depends on what soft. It depends on what it is. Like if it's South Park, you you don't really need to do much with South Park, to be honest. Because South Park is done in 6 days, so you don't really have to do much of it. The only thing you need to do is like voice acting and make sure that the script's all right. Like that's one thing about animation. Like my dream is to be like a comic artist or an animator, but I might have to like, but I don't.
Color blindnesses are gaming
Okay,
because
there's
they're
Amethyst and fans.
Or purple.
Please see this
What
one.
the? Whoa. Hold up a minute here. Ugh, who wrote this? I think it kind of does matter that I'm purple. I mean, I'm purple because I'm literally.
We look at your yo, Amphibious chimps for purple or violent. I don't know. Ugh.
I mean,
this is getting so.
Amethyst was made. Okay, if you watch the okay, have you watched the episode? Well, do you remember the episode where Steven and Amethyst went into like the kindergarten, like that dark abyss type of place where Amethyst was made from, and then she had that mental breakdown because when she was fighting Pearl, she had that mental breakdown because she hated it how she was made.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's where Amethyst had. Yeah, she had a mental breakdown because she disliked how she basically she was self-loathing. She had a lot of self-loathing, and she hated how who she was.
Yeah.
Which, in my own words, a monster. A monster.
An
Yeah.
alien.
Well, I'm not
Like-
an alien, but it definitely matters to me that I'm black. Yeah, it makes a difference that I'm white. I know the two of us get treated very differently.
I just think it's messed up to compare me being an alien to you two being different races. You're both human. You're totally biologically the same. Adding purple people into a lesson about human racism makes.
What's this had to do with like? Oh, this is getting cringy. Like, how in the world was? Oh, take it
Now
easy,
you know
Taylor.
why.
A quick
And now you know
stream
why.
going back to mine. Okay.
Now you
I'm back.
now,
LL drawing now.
now you know why the show gets mocked a lot because of stuff like this, and people like say like, oh, it's for the SJW, it's for the woke people. I'm like, in a way, I mean, Steamverse is progressive, yeah, but that's not the whole point. It's not just for woke people.
Well, I anti woke. Like, I don't like the pandering thing. Like,
I mean,
I still love Steven Universe. I respect it.
yeah. I mean, when it comes to me, I'm more in the middle. I'm in between. I just like staying in the middle. I don't want to go for the left or the right. Just stay in the middle. Be in between.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to read the comments there. Let's see.
I just find it by doing all of that, it just comes off as very ignorant.
Yo.
It just
Mainstream rap. So, Taylor. Oh. Sup, Taylor. Thanks, Ruby. And hello. Okay. I love purple. Here's from Ruby King.
so
I'm
yeah.
back, LL. Drawing now. Okay.
So yeah, it's just it comes off as ignorant when they do this stuff like this.
Take it easy, Taylor. I have a great stream going back to mine. Also, I'm subbing you. I mean, also, I'm streaming 7U. Something. I don't know how to say it. See ya. Okay. So, I don't know. I'm gonna make a YouTube poop out of it. Like, I'm gonna make the YouTube level. You know, these anti-racist PSAs, like how Cartoon Network just failed. You know, their activity with it.
Or Go Animate video on it, because Go Animate pokes fun at everybody. It pokes fun at everybody. All right. It's not just Caillou. They also do it with Dora.
I see. I watch all the videos about jokes about it.
Dora the Explorer. They also poke fun. Like, Go Animate pokes fun at everybody. Nobody's safe from Go Animate. They poke fun at everybody.
Yeah.
They make fun of a lot of people. Whether it be, oh, do you know do you know this YouTuber called That Vegan Teacher?
Oh God.
If you think Harriana
I
Hook
know
is,
her.
yeah, if you think that's Harriana Hook times 100, and that's saying something.
The vegan teacher, you mean the white woman who acted like Harriana Hook chick? Yeah, I know her.
that one. But she's like she's on a more ridiculous level. She even went to like in one of her videos, she actually went to church and she tried to talk to Jesus. a statue of Jesus.
About animals.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
funny. It was hilarious. Like,
making
and she
fun
was
some
talking about,
PETA activists.
and she want to talk about how eating animals is wrong. But do you realize that in the Bible, Jesus had multiplied fish for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
And,
funny
and
because in the big old times, everyone just sacrificing animals and eat them.
yeah,
Yeah,
and Jesus
I don't know why she had to be a Christian.
I
Being
mean,
vegan Christian's good.
like Jesus Christ, Jesus, he multiplied fish for a lot of people. Even in the Last Supper, bread and wine were involved. Like, I know what happened. Like, the Last Supper, one of them is going to betray him, and that was Judas.
Yeah.
Like, I know my shit. Okay, that vegan teacher, like, I don't like. She is hilarious. Like, I mean, Hair on a Hook. At least with Harry on, no hate to her. Like, no hate to her, but at least, at least with her, she does have some good points here and there. But with the vegan teacher, it's like, what are you doing? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Like, it's no wonder. And she even went, like, she basically attacks anyone who doesn't, like, she attacks anyone who doesn't bound bound to her vegan ways.
Yeah, like a Harry on a Hulk chick.
Like,
Like,
she tackled Nicole Cotto Avocado, um Gordon Ramsay.
wait, she attacked him? I didn't know this. Oh
No,
shit, she really
like,
did.
she tackled, like, she like, well, when I say attacked, I mean, like, she accused, like, accusing him, all that stuff, like accusing him, because Gordon Ramsay, like, most of his dishes are, like, meat based. They're meat based. So basically, she attacked him, like, verbally in one of her in her videos about Gordon Ramsay, and she just claimed that he's bad or he's evil because he eats meat. Which, do you not realize that that's part of life? Do you know? Have you ever heard of the food chain?
Yeah, it's part of the bigger culture. Muslims, Jews, and Christians
Okay,
slaughtering animals for survival purposes.
yeah, I'm not saying vegan is bad. Like, vegan is not bad. Okay, I'm not saying it's bad. Like, people who are vegan aren't bad, but it's people like the vegan teacher. It just gives them a bad name.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, being vegan, it's not bad. Like, if you want to be vegan, that's fine. That's your life. Okay, that's your preference. That's your life. If you want to be vegan, that's fine. I mean, hell, like, Beast Boy, he's vegetarian. I mean, he's a vegetarian. Sam from Danny Phantom, she's very vegetarian, but at least they're not assholes.
Hell, even my character, I design characters, they're vegetarians. I don't see the like. Hell, I mean, vegetarianism is not a bad thing, it's a healthiest thing. Like,
Yeah,
sure, you can have a
there
healthy life, but you're a
are
vegetarian.
vegetables
As long as
too.
you're not an asshole.
I mean, I do eat I do eat vegetables too. Not all the time, but I do eat vegetables. I also eat fruits too. It's not just meat. I do eat fruits and vegetables too, and like I said, being vegan is not a bad thing. It's just the way she goes about it. She just gives them a bad name.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like she gives vegan people a bad name, and because of this, some people just automatically think that all vegan people are bad, and I'm just like, you can't generalize people that like that. And the same thing goes with Harry on a Hook. Like you can't always generalize people as racist or misogynist because of this that and the third. Some some instances, yeah, you can, but in any other instances, no, that's not valid.
Yeah.
So the point is that there's no like no hate to Harry, like no hate to her, like no hate to the vegan teacher. Well, and no hate no hate to Harry on a Hook. Like no hate, but I just feel like the way they are, it's just the way they are, like how they're raised or their lifestyle. I think that's the reason why. That's the reason why they act the way they act the way they do. It's because of their lifestyle, how they grew up.
Yeah.
I feel like because I feel like with here on a Hook, she's like bitter. Like she's probably I think the reason why she gets so worked up over these cartoons is because I think basically she's an outcast, like an outcast. So she has and there are many she has a lot of insecurities that she that sh- that just bothers her. Like she does have a lot of insecurities within her, which is why she acts the way she does. And yeah, like I mean, yeah, you're not always gonna agree with what she says, but at the same time, you do. I kind of do feel like you do feel bad for her though.
Yeah, just saying she saw some, she's antisocial like me.
Yeah, like you do feel bad for her because of the way of how she is because of her lifestyle. Maybe and she has made videos where she was like the unpopular kid when she was in high school, the most unpopular kid. And yeah, we all can relate to being unpopular because that was like the norm back in like the norm where like you want to stand out. I think I think that's one of the reasons why she does the like hair on a Hook does what she does. Like she wants to stand out and just want to be her true self. She don't want to be like this outcast. Not saying what not saying that the stuff she's doing now is all like good saying everything is racist and misogynistic. No, like not everything is racist. Not everything is racist or misogynistic. Not everything. But I feel like if you look at her lifestyle, how she was raised, she was pretty much an outcast because she had made videos where she talked about how she was an unpopular kid at school and how some boys didn't like her, how she was bullied in school. I'm like, so she did had a, like she did had like a rough like she did have she went through rough experiences.
Yeah. I had to read the comments. the vegan teacher eats the sandwich, you are always skin and bones.
So like, and she's a and I'm not gonna lie, like she's a very beautiful woman. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying, like, just loosen up. That's all I'm saying. Just lose the attitude. That's all I'm saying. Like she can do what she can on YouTube. It's her like, and I do respect her having business, and she does have a lot of merch, and she does have a lot, and she does have a business. Like she's an actress, but I'm just saying, like, lose the attitude. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Let's get back to the video.
Well, I have to finish the comments there.
Yeah,
Gordon Ramsay is the king of clean, good food. Yeah.
that's just the thing about Harry on a Hook is that I no hate to her, but just understand that she's just a young person with limited experiences. That's why that's and that's the thing I need to know myself. Like yes, she could be cringe, but at the same her videos can be cringe, but at the same time we have to understand that she's a very young girl. Like she's 23 years old, and I'm 24, so we're still trying we're still learning the we're still learning the world around us. So it's obvious that she has limited experiences with the world. So she's still learning. So basically, she's still learning how to adapt herself in the real world because the real world can be scary.
Yeah, that's true. Let me
Yeah,
read it. I'll be a double to the vegan teacher.
mm,
Adolf Hitler was vegan. True story, just saying. Yep, he is vegan.
yeah,
Adolf Hitler was vegan. True story, just saying. Yeah, here's a special fact. You know,
yeah.
Hitler was a dog lover, like,
Both a vegan and a Nazi.
and a socialist. You know, Nazis were socialists. Surprise, surprise. Get the connection to these liberals were socialists and vegans. So I can see the connection there. Just
Yeah,
a fact. So let's continue this video.
yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. I think people like the black, white, or purple thing because adding a fantasy race in there helps distract from the actual racism black people have to deal with. Right. My experience with anti-black racism is really specific. Other people of color experience other forms of racism too, but you won't see any of that if you don't see color.
Dude, so
What about white people? Like, what about white people? Like, white people getting demonstrated? Like, come
Yeah.
on. Why are you saying?
It's not just white people. I mean,
Like, do you guys?
like white people get discriminated a lot. Ever heard the term cracker? They get called cracker.
Yeah. That's from a song because I looked it up.
Oh yeah. Oh, have you seen that
I mean,
Janelle? Have you seen that Janelle Ambrosia video?
huh?
Where
I don't know who that is.
it's called Janelle Ambrosia. She's a woman of 2 children, and she went on a racist tirade because she claimed, quote unquote, that the black man, who was very chill, mind you, she claimed she accused him because he, quote unquote, hit her son with his car, even though he only started his car, and they were in the parking lot.
I mean, hell yeah. I mean, can you just like, the street is dangerous. Like, how the hell they in the parking lot? Like, dude, like,
And she was saying stuff like, The video is funny as heck. It's very funny. It's very hilarious. The way the way she goes about it, like, oh, I called you and you are a nasty fucking. She went in. She went in like nasty fucking
Quacker, did she say it?
No, she said the N word. That's why I had to censor myself. Yeah. She was going in on that man. But one thing about it is that at least the man was chill. He did not get out of his car and attacked her. No, he just stood in there and just watched her act like a fool in front of her kids.
Yeah, I hope the child protective services wouldn't get to her.
It's no wonder in the video they blurred the kid's face. It's because of how batshit crazy their mother was. But it was funny though. Like, get the video off my kids now, or I will fucking break it. I'm gonna whip my coffee at him. I'm gonna whip my coffee at him.
Yeah, like, yeah, white people get discriminated all the time. Like, do you guys know about Jewish people being discriminated? Like, do you guys know
Jewish
there are
people,
Irish
like,
people being discriminated? Italians and
it's not just blacks. It could be Italian, Japanese, Portuguese, Jewish, Islamic, Christians, Buddhisms, like Buddhists, Hindus, like every people in the nation, every people in the whole wide world gets discriminated.
yeah,
Everyone,
why just it makes sense. If you want to talk about
everyone.
racial issues, yeah. Hey, and you want to talk about racial issues, why you get to research all races instead not to focus on only the blacks in this country? May kind of make more sense and make it better about anti-racism issues.
Yeah.
I make more sense.
Everyone in the entire nation gets made fun of. Everyone in the entire nation gets discriminated. Like, that's how life is. Life is not black and white. It's full of gray areas.
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Go ahead.
like? What do you think? What do you think this world is? Strawberry shortcake? No.
Have you watched the video when a white kid was kidnapped, was being bullied, attacked in the West by some black kids for being a Trump supporter and said some racial shit on him? Do you watch this video?
What's this video called? And who's it from?
You look it up. Like, white kid kidnapped by black kids for being a Trump supporter. I don't know what the name of it, of the incident. I remember years ago. I was like, wow.
I don't even want to watch it because I know it's gonna be dumb. Like, how can you attack someone who's a Trump supporter? I mean, Donald Trump has been made fun of back to back. I mean, we have a new one. We have Joe Biden.
No, it happens years ago.
Yeah, but still, we have Joe Biden as president now. Donald Trump, he's gone.
Yeah. Here's a story. If I just felt, look, my mother was always like a super liberal type. Like, I was getting like bashed by her because I just stand her criticizing Biden, the Afghanistan incident. She's just starting to fit about it, like, oh yeah, Donald Trump did like, go. I mean, this is a complete difference. Like, and the last time when I just she just totally accused me of being racist, and I was racist to black people because I don't like the wokeness. She think I would support a hate group, but
which is not, which is not. That's not what you're going about. That's not the issue. The issue is that people. The issue is that people always assume it's assumptions that you're racist, that we're racist, and all that stuff. I if you think that way, then that's not. If you think that way, then that if you think everything is racist, everything in the world is racist and misogynistic or colorism or color like anything in the book that ends with an ism, ist, or whatever the heck, then that's not. Then you're missing the point of where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And going and I know, but going back to Harry on a hook, I know, but that's just a thing. But like you can't always assume everything's racist. You can't always assume everything is sexist. You just can't. Some instances you can. Some instances certain well not I'm not saying some certain things you can, but not all of them. Just certain ones. Like with Dr. Seuss. Yes, Dr. Seuss, going back to him, Dr. Seuss, yes, he has some race yes, he has some racial imagery in his works. We get that. Like, yeah, but not all of his book not all of his books were racist. Just certain ones that were pulled that were pulled from the library. That were pulled from shelves that contained offensive imagery, like Mulberry Street that depicted a Chinese man with yellow skin and eating chopsticks. Mulberry Street, like or if I ran the zoo, which contained like black stereotypes. Like, yeah, we get that. Like he has books that contain racist content in it, but at the same time, and some of his books and some of his books have been altered too. Yeah, to change like like for example, Mulberry Street, where they had to change the color of the Chinese man for being yellow to white because Asians they're referred to as yellow. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I
I
get that. Like, if I just seen no single Asian person was yellow to me. There's no like they're like some or I don't know. I don't want to make a waste thing. It's just a fact.
I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just
Yeah, I'm
saying
not trying to be racist either. I'm
I
not. I'm.
I
I.
like I, I understand. Okay, with Harry on a hook, I understand where she's coming from. I understand where she's coming from, and yeah, racism is hurtful. Minstrelsy is hurtful. Blackface, yeah, all that is hurtful. But at the same time, how do I put this? At the same time, like it was like very common. Not saying it's wrong. Not saying it's right. Not saying it's right. But it was common during those times. I mean, heck, there are people in today that there are people today that still put racist imagery in their works. But with some, it was the but with some, I think that was the intention. With some authors, they implement racist imagery or racist stereotypes to make a point because stereotypes, yeah, stereotypes we all see them. But I feel like with some stereotypes, there's a level of truth to them. Not saying that not all black people are ghetto. Not all of them are ghetto. Just certain it's certain black people who are ghetto and loud and obnoxious. But there are some black people who are civil, normal, and just kind people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just the black people aren't just loud and ghetto. There are other black people who are civil and kind. But the point is that the world is not black and white. It's not black and white. It's like the world we live in is very neutral. It's neutral. It's it's both good and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's no good, there's no bad. It's just neutral. It's just neutral. You have your good moments, your mid moments, and then your bad moments. And that's life. It's just the good, the in between, and then the bad. So going back to the crystal gem, the anti-racist, again, I don't think all of anti-racist videos should be made because, like I said before, you're spoon feeding your audience. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all it's doing. You're spoon feeding your audience.
Yeah, you're really just spoofing your own audience for.
Like, and that's why I dislike is that you're shoving it down our throats. Like we get it.
Yeah, we did. Racism is bad. We know racism still exists. It's not
Yeah,
just in America.
yeah, yeah.
Like racism is everywhere. Like you go in Japan, there are Koreans and Chinese people live there, and they're face demonstrations, same thing we minorities in America do. Like
or
it's not new for us.
Or Saudi Arabia. Oh my! North Korea, they will hate your butt. Not all of them, but certain ones in North Korea. I never been to North Korea, but I would North Korea. I would never go to North Korea. I would go to
Well,
South
thank
Korea.
God. Well, thanks to
Japan.
that.
I would go to Japan if I had enough money, which I don't have at the moment because I'm not okay. First of all, I'm not no successful person. I'm just an average 24-year-old.
Yeah, for me, I'm just an average 21-year-old.
Yeah, I'm just your average 24-year-old man. Like who like I do have a job, but I'm not like professional successful person. Like not like I'm not no professional person. I'm just an average 24-year-old man. And 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 like you said, racism is everywhere. No matter where you go, it's everywhere. It's in North America, it's in Asia, Africa, Canada, Europe. It's everywhere. Even Australia.
And don't forget, Russia.
Yeah, Russia. You will meet a lot of racist people. A lot of racist people. You and even people you don't know, they will still be racist to you. Like I mean that's part of life. Racism is part of life. Yes it's bad. Yes it's bad. But at the same time, it's part of life. Like and even if there are these movements like Black Lives Matter or you got like the SJW movement, all that stuff. even with these movements, it's still not going to change. It's still not going to change nothing. Racism is still going to be here, regardless. Regardless,
Yeah.
that's one thing.
Even yeah, it's one thing.
That's one thing
Even
that
in the black community, we had some racist motherfuckers out there, like anti-white racists, anti-Asian racists, even anti-racist towards biracial people. Yeah.
yeah, or gay people too.
You mean homophobic?
Yeah, homophobic. Yeah, it's still there. Like homophobia is still there. Like that's the thing. Like we every last one of us experience a lot of toxic people, whether it be racist, sexist, homophobic people. They're everywhere, and it's part of life. Like racism, homophobia, transphobia is part of life, and even with people like SJWs or woke people or hair on hook, even though they do have good points. They do have good points, but at the same time, you can't change it. Like regardless of all the movements, racism is still going to be here no matter what, and that's something that we all need to take account to, including here on a hook. That's something that she needs to take account to. That regardless whether or not you talk about it, it's still going to be here.
Yeah.
And that's and the same thing with the Steven Universe these PSAs. They don't that no matter how much you want to get your message across, racism is still going to be here. You can't change you can't change racism. It stays.
Yeah.
It that's that's the thing. You can't change it. It's still going to stay. It still stays with you. And you need to learn how to live with it. Yes, it's going to be hard, but that's part of life. You sometimes you just gonna have to live with things that are very 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 hard to deal with.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, these PSAs should not be made
Yeah, it should not be.
because one, you're spoon feeding your audience, and two, no matter how hard you try to get your point across, it's still racism is still going to be here.
That's true.
So let's get back to what Amethyst is trying to say.
No, this entire public service announcement could be a ploy to avoid talking about racism altogether. Hey, can we get a rewrite where we appreciate each other without erasing what makes each of us different?
Okay, but it's gonna add a couple hours to the shoot.
I can make yours open. You were rolling just now, weren't you? Can't we just slap some graphics on this and call it a day?
At least there's some way. I mean, okay, look, Cartoon Network is not it's not the only one that did this. It's not the only one. Nickelodeon also did this too. Nickelodeon, when they did
Yeah, they did that.
Performative activism thing, and I saw and about that one with Harry on a Hook. She made a video about Nickelodeon and how they perform performative activism. You know how like people try to be like all woke, but for lows in attention. So with that video, she did it. Like, I do agree. I do agree with with that hair on a hook video about the performing activism. I do agree that Nickelodeon is just doing it for the lows. Because
Yeah, I
Nickelodeon,
do agree with this one.
because Nickelodeon as a studio, as fun as it is, it has a lot of issues. We all know about the Chris Savino controversy. We all know about the Dan Schneider controversy. Like, Nick is not slick.
We all know about Butch Harmony controversies with Oasis thing.
Yeah, his Oaxis and him just being a shitty person, a shitty person across the board. We get that. Like, we all know about the Chris Savino thing with him being like this. Like, the allegations of film sexual, the sexual misconduct allegations. Dan Schneider was foot fetishes and the pedophilia thing. Butch Harmon with him being a shitty person all across the board. Like, we get there, and not to mention he's very very egocentric because he's saying that in my own words, he's just saying that like you can't critique me, like you can't critique me unless you make a cartoon. If you make a cartoon, then you can critique me.
You want to watch the King of the Hill film by Amp Dragon?
Yeah. Let's see what she said about King in the Hill. Yeah, that's just a level of arrogance I don't sit with. Like, whether or not it's gonna be a cartoon or a live action, it's still gonna have issues. I mean, even Disney's earlier films like Cinderella
Get this scene out of the way.
All right, let's get down to this. So before we start, no, I have not watched Welcome to Raccoon City because not only is it no longer for rent, but it's only to buy for $23. What made you think? What crack did you snort up your nostril that made you think that I would buy it for $23 when I wasn't willing to rent it for $20? What makes you think that? You strange. Anyway, the topic of this video is King of the Hill. The King of the Hill revival is now in the works as Mike Judge, the creator, I think, and he's the voice of Hank Hill. He is literally trying to revive this show. Now, I love King of the Hill. I never talked about King of the Hill on this channel. I mean, I did a little bit talking about Peggy because I'll get to Peggy when I get to Peggy. But I love King of the Hill. I'm going to explain why I love King of the Hill. I'm going to talk about character breakdown because there's too many episodes. There's like 13 seasons, too many episodes to go one by one and talk about that unless y'all want that. Please like, subscribe, share. I would love for you guys to watch me talk about King of the Hill. I would do an episode by episode thing if people would actually watch it. So if that's what you want, let me know in the comment section. Also, a reminder, always read the description. Reading is crucial. Reading is essential. So you may get a spoiler warning there if I don't say it. But this is going to be spoiler warning for King of the Hill. It's been a very long time. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry. But you can watch it on Hulu. It is there available. I don't know how many seasons there are on there, but I think there's 13 in total that were ever created. But before we get started, let me talk and a reboot and a remake. So with Resident Evil, y'all know that the remakes are basically recreating something that already exists, except they're not really remaking these Resident Evils. They're just cutting literally everything out that we liked. Literally, how many people are going to complain about the clock tower? I never played Resident Evil 3 by itself, but I do own Resident Evil 3 remake, and I will be playing it on stream soon. So check out for that. I may also be playing Resident Evil 5 really soon. Again, watch out for that. But basically what a remake is supposed to be is remaking something and making it better. Like if you're going to make it worse, what's the point of remaking it? Reboot is when they recreate something for a new audience. a revival we left off, if not later down the line. So it's not for a new audience. It's not remaking something we just saw. Like, we're not going to have to rehash anything. It is literally keeping up with what we've already done. Everything that has already been has already occurred is now hindsight. We are on the same path. So with that being said, nothing should fundamentally change about the show. And if they're going to do this revival correct, they will heed that warning. But anyway, my mom and I were literally talking about 2 days ago before I saw this article today. I think this is the 18th or 19th today. I think it's the 19th. Literally, I was talking about making a script about King of the Hill. I was talking about they should not replace Luann's voice. Brittany Murphy was a very awesome woman. She was taken away from us too soon. It was horrible. If you want to look into the way she died, it's really sketchy and it's crazy. It's really strange. Anywho, I was going to make my own script about this. I was already going to pitch this to somebody. I don't know who I was going to pitch it to because I don't know who owns it and I don't know where it's at, where it be, because it'd be on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and it's also be on Fox. So I don't know who owns it. And I don't know who owns what, and I don't know who's partnered to who. I should probably look into that. But now he's going to do this. My judge is talking about doing it. This is great. But before we get into my opinion about this and what should change, what should stay the same, let me give you a rundown of the show and a character breakdown, because it's been a very long time, like since we've been actually talking about this, people who grew up with King of the Hill and whatnot. First, let's talk about the show itself. King of the Hill follows the life of a man, Hank Hill, his family, friends, and neighbors, while having commentary on religion, race, class, and culture. Before any right-winger, quarter of a men, erotic, doom trash, all of you who sit in the corner and talk about how women ruin everything and your nails.
What's that to do with women? King of the Hill is about, some
It's about
rednecks in the South. Like,
it's basically a
I didn't watch
satire.
the King of the Hill in a long time.
It's essentially a satire on the American, like it's set in Austin, Texas. So basically, it's a satire on the human condition in Texas. Like, it's everything is Texan based because the show takes place in Texas. So the show is about Hank Hill,
yeah,
his family and friends. Like, it's about just ensemble of people basically, and it's essentially like one of those a few adult shows that is it's very realistic. Like, it's very down to earth, but compared to like Family Guy or American Dad or South Park, like, or The Simpsons, like, it's very down to earth.
Yeah, it has realistic drawings of people. It just shows you a
Yeah,
satire. And
it's a very
no, they make satire about the war American heroes, like World War II veterans like Cotton, who's a misogynist, sexist guy who's neglecting his son. Like, his son was
yeah.
very
But
proud conservative American
like
dad who's
he neglects his
grew up in
son.
some progressive situations.
Yeah, he neglects his son. But even though like Cotton does love Hank. He does love Hank.
Yeah,
It's
he's
more
not
on
even a perfect person.
he's not a perfect person, but at least he shows his love to Hank. And
Yeah.
then it's just about Hank Hill, his family and friends, and it's all about their experiences in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, isn't it was talk about conservatives and the progressive field, like how we
Yeah,
get Dale's dad's a closet homosexual later on, and hell, there's a episode about transgender episode I forget what the name of the episode was. It does very betterly, and they talk about women's rights, and they talk about our kind of situation. You got the episode when Connie was denied in the college because she was Asian, and this made her father Khan depressed and becomes a crazy ass redneck Asian redneck in later on the episode.
Yeah. King of the Hill did tackle a lot of themes, and they did it with care.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's the thing that take notes, Family Guy. Take notes, Family Guy. This is how you do an adult show, and it also and it's also like you can still be an adult animated show without being too offensive.
Yeah,
like,
it's just
like here's the thing, like adult shows don't like adult cartoons don't always have to be offensive. Like, I mean, they can have some like the the racism, the dark humor, and all that stuff, but not all shows, not every adult comedy should be offensive to just be funny. They can be relatable. And what makes King of the Hill so funny is it's relatability.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
Bobby is like a generation when he was, he's born in the 80s. He's like a younger generation when he's experienced of the aggressive things, like how he taken the photoshops, feminine boys and other stuff. Like, yeah,
yeah,
he's kind of like a generation stereotypical of a child raised by strict conservative parents. And I think less a
yeah,
super conservative Republican, but it kind of makes sense because the time they live in.
and that's
Hell, if
it.
I make a show about that, I mean, anything like there are shows tackle like political satire between conservatives and the
Like
liberals.
stop, like the Simpsons, South Park. They tackle a lot of issues. With South Park, they poke fun at them, but they do take they do tackle them. But the King of the Hill, like they're more down to earth with them. It's more
Yeah,
like, and like I said, adult cartoons don't always have to be offensive. They can be relatable, and King of the Hill is very relatable. That's where the humor comes from. The humor comes from the relatability rather than shock value.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, and that's the thing. And so with M Dragon 12, I agree that with M Dragon 12, I agree that not all shows need to have a remake. And I don't, and in my opinion, I don't think King of the Hill needs a remake. I just like the way it is.
please let's stay in 90s and the 2000s. Just stay in the
Because I can
2000s and 90s.
I can tell, like if this is actually the final nail in the coffin for the show, making a revival out of it, then I can tell they're gonna be real freaking PC about this.
Yeah, King of Hell is a little bit very aggressive. It's a little bit aggressive. You see the themes in the different episodes I mentioned.
I mean,
And
it's very chill. The show's very chill.
yeah,
It's very chill. It's not like very progressive in the ways of other shows, like how they're making the Proud Family louder and prouder. Well, the Proud Family louder and prouder is already out on Disney Plus. So, but I I I'm not gonna like I don't want to watch it because I know they made some changes with the show. Like they changed Oscar into like this Squidward type of character, and they
you
added,
mean a famine boy type?
yeah, and they made like, yeah, they made Oscar like the Squidward of the group, and they added another black character named Maya, who is like this activist character, which I can tell that's gonna be like a very cringy thing to look at because woke agenda, woke people, woke agenda.
Yeah. Why they revive it? Like leave it at 2000s. Like hell, they
Because
Proud Family talks about vastly. Proud Family talk about Muslims, Islam, and like civil rights
sex,
movement. These are two
sex,
great progressive episodes we talk about. Why just leave it in the 2000s? Why revive it?
the sexualization, like hell, they had an episode where Penny and her friends were being sexualized on
Oh
national
yeah, I forgot about
TV.
that sexualization. Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about Black History Month too. So I don't it don't need a like because the Proud Family came out in the 2000s and people on YouTube talked about like the colorism within the show and also with the chain triplets.
You mean the
They
gross sibling? Oh, you mean?
the
Oh yeah, the
the
character
chain
ones. Yeah.
the chain triplets, how they're just your typical smart Asian kids because Asian like Asian stereotype, like no Asian stereotype, smart Asian people, which is not true. I mean, yeah, Properly had some content that was not, PC, but that was the point of the show. Like the show had a lot of good stereotypes, like Penny, Trudy, um, Oscar, like,
Zoe.
Zoe, um, Michael, Sticky. Like you have very good stereotypes, and yes, you have bad stereotypes like Dejanay, who is the focused because colorism. Because Penny is seen as like the light skinned girl who's like very very caring, smart, well read. They have Dejanay who's fat, loud and obnoxious. And yeah, she acts that way, but but in real life, black people, some certain black people do act ghetto. They do act like Dejanay.
Hell, even light skinned African Americans do like Steven
Yeah,
Sinead. It has nothing to do with dark skinned.
yes. Even light skinned people, can act ghetto. Hell, even white people can act ghetto. It's not just the minorities. Even white people can act ghetto.
Yeah,
Like
do you know Eminem? Do you
I
know
know,
Eminem?
I know Eminem. He's very ghetto, very ghetto. But that's the point. Like,
And Justin Bieber?
huh?
Maybe. Justin Bieber? Maybe. He's
He-
acting like a rapper, but he's ghetto.
Mm,
He's a
he's
Canadian white ghetto kid. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong.
he's he's in his own world. Yeah,
I
he
know you love me. I know you call me white. I can't. Let's get to this video. Shall
yeah.
we?
Before I saw this article today, I think this is the 18th or 19th today. I think it's the 19th. Literally, I was talking about making a script about King of the Hill. I was talking about they should not replace Luann's voice. Brittany Murphy was a very awesome woman. She was taken away from us too soon. It was horrible. If you want to look into the way she died, it's really sketchy and it's really strange. Anywho, I was going to make my own script about this. I was already going to pitch this to somebody. I don't know who I was going to pitch it to because I don't know who owns it and I don't know where it's at, where it be, because it'd be on Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and it's also be on Fox. So I don't know who owns it. I don't know who owns what, and I don't know who's partnered to who. I should probably look into that. But now he's going to do this. My judge is talking about doing it. This is great. But before we get into my opinion about this and what should change, what should stay the same, let me give you a rundown of the show and a character breakdown, because it's been a very long time, like since we've been actually talking about this, people who grew up with King of the Hill and whatnot. First, let's talk about the show itself. King of the Hill follows the life of a man, Hank Hill, his family, friends, and neighbors, while having commentary on religion, race, class, and culture. Before any right-winger, quarter of a man, loser, doom trash, all of you who sit in the corner and talk about how women ruin everything and urinate in bottles and whatnot, so you don't have to get up from your gaming chair, need to understand this. King of the Hill has always been political. We have seen about 4 or 5 presidents on King of the Hill. It's always been political. Before you open your freaking disgusting mouths, it's always been about race. It's always been about class. It's always been about sexism. It's always been about it's always been about exposing big issues in our society. So you can sit back like Peter Griffin, like you always will, and be like, we live in a society. But to be honest, we really do. And no show on now or on in their heyday, prime time boy, not The Simpsons, not Bob's Burgers. I'm sorry. I like Bob's Burgers, but not Bob's Burgers, not Family Guy, and definitely not South Park can hold a candle to the King of the Hill. Literally, as time went by, things got a lot less realistic. Let me tell you, things got a lot less realistic. It started out very, very realistic. But let me get into it. So let's talk about the first character on our list, Hill. Hank was the Boy Scout type, always following the rules and often being the stick in the mud, most of the time among the shenanigans of everyone else. But in reality, Hank was one of the worst characters on the show in terms of actions they took. For example, he uses, I think they're Methodists, beliefs to like literally projects his issues out on people, and he prejudges people. And he often worries about his son Bobby being gay. And that's like a big thing that's in the show for the most part. Like honestly, like I said.
Wait. She doesn't know about Hank Hill. Like, dude, was growing up, with some Galactic fire. His father neglects him. He used to when he grows up around, he grows with, and it's set in a fictional town called
Austin, Texas.
Eric.
Austin,
No,
Texas.
fictional city. It's Texas. It's a fictional city that, he go out a very aggressive fictional city. You know that? Like, So what's your thoughts about this? She just bring up some nonsense.
I mean, Hank Hill, okay, Hank Hill is a very conservative person. Yeah, he's very conservative. He's by the books, if you want to call him that. Like compared to other fathers like Peter Griffin, Homer Simpson, or even the dad from South Park, Hank Hill is like the more sane person. Like he does love his son Bobby. It's just that like him and Bobby are foils to each other. Like with Bobby, Bobby is more artistic. He's more free. Like he's more like he's like that kid that can just, he's more of the creative type. Hank is more down to earth. He's more like he's more realistic. He's more conservative. He just by the books. He does things the old fashioned way.
Yeah,
and,
like go
and
ahead.
He does, and he does love his son, even though he don't always agree with his even though he doesn't always agree with his choices in life. Because Bobby, as much of a great character he does make some sketchy decisions. Like if you've seen the episode where Bobby learned how to smoke, well, and Hank Hill, and yeah, the way Hank Hill approached it was not the greatest idea. with him, having Bobby smoke a whole pack of cigarettes. Yeah, that's not a good thing. And yeah, Hank Hill, like he's a very flawed character. A flawed person, but I mean, he's a good person if somewhat flawed. Like he not without his flaws. Like he can be stubborn, uptight. He's by the books. He's not. He does it the old fashioned way. He doesn't always listen to what other people say, and it gets him in trouble. But at the same time, he does his best to protect his family and his friends, even though his friends can at times can treat him like shit. Not that he does the same as well, because the show also calls Hank out on his bull. Like when Hank does something wrong, he does the show calls him out on his mess. It shows you that Hank is not perfect. He's just your average by the books person. And the thing with South Park, South Park is more. South Park is more. They poke fun at a lot of issues. It's a satire. Like South Park is a parody, is a satire on American culture. It's a satire on everything. It's more of a parody, whereas King of the Hill is more of your average everyday slice of life sitcom, whereas South Park is more about it's a parody on the American culture, but busy everything.
Yeah, it's very like a satire. Like
yeah, I mean, King of the Hill is a satire too.
Yep,
But
it is.
it's not the way that South Park is. South Park is more out there, whereas King of the Hill is more down to earth.
Yeah.
It's like Hey Arnold. It's like Hey Arnold for adults. If you can call it that. It's like Hey Arnold for adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hank Hill is a very good character. Like he's he's nice, he's caring, he's kind, he's calm, he's a lot more quieter, a lot more calmer than most adult than most cartoon dads. He has flaws, and he does have his flaws. Like he's stubborn, and he's very by the books, but he does love his family. It's been shown numerous of times that he loves his family.
Yeah, it was.
So he's not completely heartless. Like he does love his family. He does love Luann, even though Luann can be a handful at times. Which I mean, you can't blame her because Luann grew up in a very rough. Like Luann had a very rough childhood. Like she grew up with a very she grew up with an alcoholic mother in a trailer. She lives in a trailer.
She lives in a trailer park
with an alcoholic mother. So you can't really blame. Yeah, and yeah, Luann can be annoying at times, but you can't really blame her because of her lifestyle.
Yeah, like every time these characters I watch, like you cannot blame them. Like look at we're gonna hate him when we react to is when this guy I forget he's like a long head, like he's like a childlike, and he
Dale.
also
You mean Dale?
Oh, Dale. Look at Dale, like he has a rough life, like he has been broke up by his wife and he's took his own life in later episode.
Oh yeah, his wife. I think it was Nancy. Yeah, no, is it Nancy? His wife?
No, his wife.
Oh.
Dill.
Deal.
No, I meant
Deal.
the guy. No, the guy who's the guy with the.
Oh,
it's not
you mean
Dale.
John Redcorn?
No, the other guy. With the red ball. He's drinking like he's overweight.
Wow. You non-boom. You mean Bill? Well, it was something. It was someone. Yeah. Dale is a very funny character. I mean, okay, Dale is not a good friend.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Okay,
Bill.
with Dale's not a good friend. Okay, but with Dale, he's not a good friend to Hank whatsoever. Nor is he a good friend with a good friend with Bill, since he picks on Bill a lot. But basically, Dale is like Dejanay.
Yeah, it is Bill.
Yeah,
Bill has a life.
Bill's father's abusive. Like, he put him in a freaking cage for crying out loud. Like how can you do that to your own child?
Yeah.
You put your child in the cage. Like, that's crazy. And then, so I think with them, Hank Hill is not abusive. He's more controlling when it comes to Bobby. Like he loves Bobby, but at the same time he does control. Like he can be a bit controlling to when it comes to his son Bobby, because he wants Bobby to be like him, a mini Hank in a way. So the show does call him out on his mess. So yeah, so let's continue with the video. See what you said about Hank Hill. Like, he's a good character, but he does have flaws.
It's political. This is very political. And he always gets his comeuppance for whatever he's done, whether it be sexism or him being always to the detriment of his situation. He was never rewarded for being like that. And that's something that people have to understand when it comes to the race aspect, when it comes to, because there are a few questionable things that I will talk about that. But honestly, for all his issues I have with him, with Hank Hill's character, he did get karma back, like I said, as he had two of the worst quote unquote friends you could ever have. Literally, he doesn't need enemies. And his boss, oh my goodness, there's so much. I'm not going to talk about Buck Strickland a lot, so I'm just going to talk, I don't know, who knows.
Oh yeah,
he's literally his boss. He literally worships the ground he walks on because he's got a horrible father named Cotton.
What's Mr. Krabs have to do with it?
Would have given his, had he been a good father. Strickland and Mr. Krabs is old enough to know.
Oh,
Mr.
hey,
Krabs.
Moogie King. I forgot to read the comments there, so let me look at
Mr. Krabs.
the comments. So
okay, Mr. Mr. Krabs is not as bad as Buck Strickland. I mean, yeah, Mr. Krabs is greedy. Yeah, he's very greedy. He's very narcissistic. He is a fat bastard to his employees, mostly SpongeBob and Squidward. But Mr. Krabs is not, well, while he is greedy and he can be very antagonistic, he's not as bad as Buck Strickland. Buck Strickland is just a piece of shit. Mr. Krabs is just cheap. That's the thing.
What? this is a PSA even talks about treating others as humans instead, treating them by their skin color, not to be ignorant of demonstration.
I mean, Mr. Krabs.
Like,
I mean, the point of his character that he's a very cheap person. He's very cheap. But Buzz Strickland, he's a piece of shit.
Karen is the most dangerous animal in the sea jungle.
That's the thing. Like Piggy, like okay, not Piggy, but Mr. Crab is more like he's cheap. That's the thing. He's cheap. Whereas Buck Strickland is more like he's a lot worse than Mr. Krabs.
Woke the true racist, sexist trash of more times. I know of the video where the bunch of black kids antagonize and belts a white kid into saying the N word for no reason. Then when they does, they mock him for it. Brian cannot be even control. He's a quet. He's his son.
I don't really pay attention to Biden's life.
Hail to the queen. And Booby says, yo. So
Yeah,
stop saying bye.
I don't understand.
Okay.
So yeah, SpongeBob and King of the Hill are two different shows. I mean, Buck Strickland is a lot worse than Mr. Krabs. I mean, like I said before, Mr. Krabs, he's very cheap. And yeah, he does do a lot of horrible things like selling SpongeBob for 62 cents because of his soul. That was not a very good thing to do, but that's the point. That's the point. Like he's very cheap. Whereas Buck Strickland, he is just not a good person. He's very abusive. Like they're both abusive, but I feel they're both abusive. But Buck Strickland is much more abusive because at least with Mr. Krabs, he does love like he does care for SpongeBob. He does care for his friends, despite his obvious flaws. Like he does care about his friends, whereas Buck Strickland don't care about Hank at all. That's the slight difference. So what's your opinion on it, Taylor?
I just found her video very cringe and insulting. Like, she was always just, when I'm looking at her video, I thought she was had thoughts about it with Bible, and she started to complain how this show is offensive to her. Like, oh. Did she ever watch King of the Hill, or she just start to play? I watched the show. I'm not like into it, but I was a little bit fan of the show.
I mean, she watches it. I just feel like she just like, I just feel like she just finds issues with it. I mean, which is fair because not all shows are perfect.
Yeah, I thought she would have thoughts about the weekly or make theories about it, but she's
I just
going
feel
to
like
out.
Not every show needs a revival. Because you know what happened
Yeah.
with Teen, you know what happened to Teen Titans or Thundercats. They had that, but not all shows need a revival. Some shows are just go for what they are, and if I mean, do you know the show called The Wonder Years?
Never heard of it.
the Wonder Years. They made a reboot of that with black people, and which is I'm not gonna see, and but oh my goodness, if they ever do a reboot of the Golden Girls, I'll be freaking pissed.
Bad news. They got animation one, which is a pair of future. I mean, future Mama to meet the Jensen. So yeah, they only did have a show on. So
I mean, the
yeah,
Golden. If they actually did that, I'll be damn pissed if they actually reboot the Golden Girl, remake the Golden Girls, because one, the Golden Girls is a classic show. It could never be redone because B. Arthur, Betty White, Rue McClanahan, and Ethel Getty, all four of the women were funny, and they were consistently funny. All four of them died too. You
yeah.
cannot
Ian
replace.
Betty White was the last
Yeah,
one to die at
Betty
the
White was the last one
New Year's.
that died. She was the only Golden Girl that survived, and then she died, which is sad. Now all four of them are gone, but at least they're in heaven, where they can just at least they're in heaven. They're in heaven where Rose can tell her Saint Olo stories, Blanche can tell about her sex life, Sophia with her Sicilian stories, and Dorothy with her problems, stealing stories too. Like all four of them women were funny. You cannot replace them. That's the thing. You cannot replace them because the Golden Girls is already a very good show to begin with. It's also one of the most influential shows out there. And that's what I say. Like, not all shows need a reboot. Let them be what they let them be what they are. Like, it's just sad how
Yeah,
TV is now. Like, it's just reboot after reboot after reboot. Not everything needs a fucking reboot. Because most of it is just you want the money. You just want the green. You just want to smoke all the. You just want to snort all the green. Snort all the green. You want to snort all that money until you just break until you just get tired.
yeah,
You just want to snort all that money until you die. And that's not a good thing. And that's not a good way to a good way to deal with things. A good way. You see, if I want to make a cartoon, if I want to make a show, would it be live action or cartoon? I would have the time and effort because one with with live action and cartoon, it takes a lot of time and effort. Like with some shows, with some cartoons, like with South Park, for instance, that only takes 6 days to produce. So you don't have to. So you, so you don't have to do much with it. But with shows like The Simpsons or Gravity Falls, it takes like months or years to produce. With South Park, it takes 6 days to produce. So you don't really so you
and
don't really
anime too.
yes yeah oh yeah anime takes years
It's
to
so true.
months and years to produce.
Yeah, animation takes like years too.
Yeah.
Well, because
And
we had speed ping and internet and computer today, we could easily do like months or 1 year or something.
yeah,
Like
where
for Visipod animations, it takes like years, like not like how we got the Helm of Boss or Hasbin Hotel. Like it takes like years. Like they again need cast members and crew members. It costs money to make the animation, in my opinion.
yeah, with South Park, it only takes 6 days to produce, so you don't really do much with it. The only thing with South Park you gotta worry about is just voice acting and make sure that the script's all right and make sure the script is well written. That's the only thing you need to worry about South Park. The animation, yeah, but like it's very cheap. It's very limited, but it works. That's the whole point of South Park is that it's very like the animation is very crude. It's very limited. Like it's very jerky. That's the intention. Like
Yeah.
it's not fluid like other shows, but it's just like but since the show it's just done in 6 days, so you don't really have to do much of it. Whereas with King of the Hill, it takes months.
Yeah.
To,
So. Two.
So I should say so I say like
Hello.
So I said I'm here. So I say like out of all the adult shows, South Park is the easiest to South Park is the easiest to produce. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's just continue the video.
Yeah.
They're talking about how can we screw over the customer. Like they literally don't care about customers. They literally don't care about their employees.
That's true.
And Hank is the one that goes to bat for him the most. And he literally put his child at risk. He literally put Bobby at risk. Literally. Giving him a watch and told him to not let anyone have it when he owes people money. Literally. Buck Strickland is one of the devil's spawns on Earth. Literally. And Hank still has more respect for him than his own wife. So I'm just sitting here. He's got more respect for his dog than his own wife. And I'm fine with him doing stuff like that because everything always goes wrong for him. In the long run, things go very wrong for Hank. But literally, another Bobby is that Bobby is everything that Hank doesn't want. If he were any more he didn't want, Hank, Bobby would have been a girl. And I think that's really interesting. It's like literally every time Hank has an issue, there's 2 more issues that go back to him. It's like tenfold, literally. Karma, come up and say what you will, but Hank always gets put back in his place. Speaking of Bobby, let's talk about him real quick. Bobby Hill is very manipulative and would often pit his parents against each other to get what he wanted. Bob was very intelligent in early years of the show, but they made him more of an annoying, evil person rather than just being a child and trying to get what he wants. As time with that personality change, girl crazy, got a lot more dumb and less clairvoyant in regards to reaction.
And
even as a child, younger
to flanderization,
early show, Bob
and
would understand. Okay, this send fire's hot. I don't know if you understand what I mean about Bobby, and if you don't, and you
Huh?
That
Hello?
Yeah, that ties in. That ties into flanderization. It means that you take a character's personality and you take a person you take like a multifaceted person and you take one of their personality traits and okay, flanderization is, well, let me look it up. Flanderization is flanderization is the act of taking a single, often minor action or trait of a character within a work and exaggerating it more and more over time until it completely consumes the character. So what she's saying is, so what Enter 12 is saying is that Bobby used to be like Bobby used to be like that intelligent. Well, he's not really intelligent. He's more like naive. That naive kid that's like a foil, who acts as a foil to his father. Because with Bobby, he's more open. He's more creative. He doesn't care about what people think of him. But at the same time, I think like Bobby does have flaws. He could be, like he's only 13 years old. But I feel like with Bobby, like they take. I mean, Bobby's a very kind, innocent, caring, lovable person, and I mean, he's also very talented. Like he's talented at marksman. He's also talented at he's talented at marksman. He's a skilled dance dance. He's skilled at dance dance revolution, and he's very good at marks. And he's also good at rifle shots. Like I said, marksman. He's good at rifle shots. He's a professional golf level golfer, and he's good at dance dance revolution. So Bobby does have strengths, a lot of strengths, but he doesn't have he does have weaknesses too. So they did make him dumber as the series went on, and now do the flanderization. And Bobby does love his fam. Like he does love his family, including including Luann, his friends, and even though he makes some terrible, he makes bad decisions every now and then. Like it does. That's not the only thing that's not. He does learn his lessons sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah. Like, as she says, it was interesting that Bobby is a girl. Like, no offense. Like,
well, Bobby. Well, he is kind of.
He's kind of like feminine type.
Feminine type. He is very feminine. Like he's pretty feminine. Like he's not really that masculine, if you can say that. Like he's not really that masculine, but he says he's he's a very says he's usually with Bobby. He's very nice. He a very nice, kind person. Like he's not the type that's very violent or very crude, or he's more like soft. He's more that kind-hearted, soft person. He's more laid back. He's more laid back than his father, who's more uptight and very strict. That's the he works as a foil to his father.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he does have flaws, but he's usually that good natured kid that you want to be that you want to be friends with. But I would say that the show did undergo flanderization, not as much as Family Guy or The Simpsons, but it went through some flanderization.
Yeah, true.
For the most part, it's for the most part averted. Like it's for the most part averted because the characters do become like the show does like the characters do become a lot better. Some characters do become a lot better, while the others became a lot worse. Like for the most part, like for example, Bill became more pathetic. Dale became more insane. Luann is now a dumb blonde instead of just Luann. She's very smart at times, but she's usually dumb. She's naive. Bobby, and then Bobby isn't as much of a troublemaker as he was in the pilot episode, and Peggy apparently suffered from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically, what that means is, egotism.
And for Hank, he's more
Peggy
like
Hill. Peggy Hill was, Peggy Hill became more arrogant as the show went on. So yeah, it did. So yeah, it did went through some flanderization, not all flanderization, just some flanderization. And sometimes it can like be a essential thing too. It's not always a bad thing. It could be essential. Like take South Park for instance. But that's another story. Another story for another day. So let's listen to what she said about Bobby Hill.
You're confused, I really highly recommend you watch King of the Hill. And I will be correct. Watch one episode from the first season and then watch one episode from the last season, especially since people are having birthdays. And according to King of the Hill, time aged on. Like we see people age, but time does go on. And literally, honestly, so does the electronics. The electronics get more advanced as time goes on. And there's a few episodes dedicated to that as well, like the new year, the new millennium. But I'm telling you, go to episode 1, see him, and it's not for the better. It's one thing if you change for the better. Bobby changed like he reverted back to adolescence. And that's one thing that people don't like about King of the Hill is that Bobby, his character went backwards. Like he should have started out how he ended. He should have started out how he ended, and he should have ended how he.
Huh? What happened? Well, I think what she's saying is that you want Bobby to change. You want Bobby to start out like how he is and develop and develop into a much better and develop into a much multifaceted person. I mean, Bobby is multifaceted. I guess the stream ended it. Oh no. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, just my computer issue there. So let's continue watching.
Oh yeah, so I think okay, so basically she was complaining about how Bobby's character went from being like this multifaceted person into just being this like flanderized version of himself. So I'm thinking that with her, she wants Bobby to be like she wants him to like develop into a. They want his like she wants his character to develop like forward instead of backward.
Yeah, I just realized she never even watched the show and just complain about it.
I mean, I get that some characters do change for the worse. I mean, I mean, if you watch As Told by Ginger, some characters do change for the worse, like Darren or Dodie or Dodie. Like some characters do change for the worse. I mean, it's part of life. Some people change for the better. Some people change for the worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Hank Hill, with Bobby Hill, he as more as a foil to his father. But even then, Peggy Hill, Peggy Hill as like a foil to her husband too. Like with Hank, he's more down to earth. Peggy's more naive, but only because of her childhood, how she was raised.
So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So just a sec.
All right.
Let me go to Western a bit. So
He is
I'll play this for you.
terrible being. He was he burnt down a church. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to give you any context to that. I'm going to just say he burnt down a church because you got to watch it. You got to watch it. But when Hank hired a junkie, Bobby Hill knew right away he was on drugs. But Hank Hill, a grown man, a grown adult, could not see it before hiring him. And there were literal signs. And that, like I said, there's irony in this show. There's a lot of irony. And the show is literally woven with irony within it. But when the irony, like, I'll explain literally the irony of him not knowing that that man was on drugs was crazy. There's a lot of inconsistent things that not make sense. And like I said, I think it has to do with writing. Because Hank will know certain things and be like, yeah, are you dumb? And then not know that someone's on drugs. Not having agency or having passion for the human being. It's literally just being ignorant of certain things like a child as a grown man. But his parents were real strange. I'm probably going to talk about Cotton a little bit later, but just a quick rundown of Cotton. He killed Petey Man. Like, he literally got his shins blown off in the war. And he says he killed people in Vietnam. And that's his thing. That's his shtick. He's like a military retired guy. And there's a few shows and there's a few episodes dedicated to how people treat veterans and whatnot. And I think that's really interesting. I think they should have given a little more time to Cotton before he died. Spoiler, he dies within the show. He literally dies to spite his son.
I've seen everything. I've seen the show.
Literally, I'm telling you, watch the episode. If you don't believe me, literally, this is crazy. I don't think there's any time in which it would have been great, like, to post it, but I feel like we need it now. We need King of the Hill now, and that's great. And another thing, sidebar. There should be a black girl. There should be a black girl, main character, black girl, main character, black girl, heterosexual, main character, black girl. Okay, heterosexual, bisexual, but I would like some representation, please. I'm always represented by some heterosexual black men or a lesbian black woman or a really big thing like heterosexual and very, very, very light skinned, which also doesn't represent me. It also doesn't represent me. If you guys know what I look like, you know that me and Zendaya have almost nothing in common physically. I'm never there. I'm the dark-skinned girl that is heterosexual. That would be nice because that's what I am. That would be nice. Every time they're in person or dark-skinned woman, they do like to say 2 for 1 and here they're bisexual or they're gay. That's what we often, most of the times. I can think of 2 people right now, that girl from Harley and the Legend of Korra, they made Korra fall under those categories. So she no longer represents me. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I mean. So let's go back to Cotton. Cotton Hill is gross. He was abusive physically, mentally on Hank. That's why he has no love for any human except himself and his dog and his. He thinks of his inanimate objects as people because he puts his love into them because he can't put his love into people. His mom just literally just glazed over and literally let that happen. She didn't leave the house or anything. They got a divorce. I don't know when they got a divorce, but the deed was already done. Hank was already traumatized. There's a point where he can't shoot a gun because Cotton put so much fear into him that he could not hold the gun straight. Hank needs therapy. And I think it would be really cool to see Hank go to therapy at least one episode.
Yeah, and that's the point of his character.
One episode. He doesn't have to go to therapy the whole time because
yeah, and that's the point of his character, like Connor's character, like he's meant to be a like Cotton Hill does have Cotton Hill is a very, very flawed character, but that's the point of his character. He's loud, he's sexist, he's racist, he's a womanizer, but that's the point of his character. But he does have moments where he does show that he does love his family, including most of notably Bobby. And there are moments, yeah, like you say, like he does love his grandson, and he does love he does love Hank. It's more on the lines of tough love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more on the lines of tough love. Like he loves him, but in a more assertive, like you got to man up sort of way. Because Hank Hill in his youth was not like a strong person. He's more like that wimpy type when he was little. But he's more of like Hank is more of the softer. He's more soft, whereas Khan is more like very like he's like very violent, very loud, very aggressive. He's a lot. He's much more manlier than his son, and that's the point of his character. Like he's very funny, very very humorous, but he's also misogynistic. Yeah, he is misogynistic, and there are many instances where he is misogynistic, but that's the point of his character. He's just your typical fat old bastard with a heart of gold. That's Cotton Hill.
Yeah.
there's a lot of fixes that happen in some of the episodes that don't carry on into the next episode. Because, not like I said, it's one thing, like the Simpsons are going on their 50th or 60th season, okay? I think it's interesting that certain shows get grace to be the same without changing a lot. But when we actually have characters that don't change a lot, people get offended, like, oh, why are they changing? Why, why isn't this? If you're going to have something episodic, 9 times out of 10, if it's not going to be something that's just one season, you're going to have some grace and suspend your disbelief just a little bit so that we can continue on the show. If everyone's changing from episode to episode, it's kind of a different show. It's not like falls under the category of animation domination type situation, like I said, a Family Guy or a The Simpsons. So yeah, but that's them. I'm not going to talk much about them. So, literally, if I could describe Hank in one word, it would be naive. If I could describe Bobby in one word, it would be Bobby. He was a very different type of child that was true to himself despite his father's inability to love him unconditionally. But as time went on, his lack of love spilled over to Bobby's love life, and he begins to see girls as objects and treat them very badly. But his grandfather Cotton did prostitute. He's like 12 or 13, like disgusting.
He's 13.
I think he tried to do the same thing too. Very edgy. Like, and then another thing, let's talk about edgy. Like, quarter of a men and all those people who are like, oh, I get to say the N-word and that's edgy. Like, that's not edgy. That's just being inappropriate. It's just like being naked outside. That's just inappropriate. You don't do that. Where if you want to do that, if you want to say the N-word and be like an animal, you can go live in the woods. That would be wonderful, because then we can both be happy. I can be in a society where people are normal, and you can go on Mars for all I care. But King of the Hill was very edgy, and edgy in a way where it's not offensive for the most part. But you know what? I'm not one of those black people who just says, well, I wasn't offended. If you found King of the Hill offensive, being Asian, being black, being any Asian ethnicity, being anyone who is a minority, please tell me in the comments and we can have a discussion about that. I would love to hear your opinions about King of the Hill. It made fun of every person. For those people who are like, oh, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, but both sides will be offended if the other side, like Loser, he always be talking about, oh, I can't believe you guys are talking about tweets, old tweets and whatnot, and he's doing his very best to make sure everybody knows about tweets about people he doesn't like literally hypocrisy in human form, I don't even know, like in burger form, like straight up, you look like a human burger. But anyway, if you want edge, King of the Hill is the edgiest. Like I said, I would consider King of the Hill to be better than The Simpsons, very more consistently, even though despite that, King of the Hill is very inconsistent when it gets to the final third of the with what happened before it. And if you watch it, you'll know what I mean. Speaking of inconsistencies, let's talk about most inconsistent character, because she's a woman and no one knows how to write women. And if you don't, and I suggest
Peggy Hill.
What do you mean you don't know how to write?
Peggy Hill. Okay, I get that. Okay, but Peggy Hill, she was a good character. I mean, she's a good character. She's like that. She's a very good mom. Like she's like that kind, if somewhat naive mom with a bit of an ego, but she knows how to control it. But as the season went on, she just became a lot more narcissistic and much more egotistical than she was previously. So yeah, that can be a problem. A problem to some. But in terms of but in terms of her character, yeah, that is an issue. But if you look at her backstory, like Peggy grew up in Montana with a very controlling, like her mom is very judgmental, very judgmental. Like her mom's name is Maddie. Like Maddie, she's very judgmental at her daughter Peggy, because whenever Peggy does try something that's good, her mother will always try to scold her, and she should tell her that she shouldn't feel proud about a problem that Peggy caused in the first place. And even though Peggy saved her ranch at the time, saved her ranch, Maddie still never smiled or congratulated her, because Maddie was so judgmental. So that's where Peggy gets her narcissistic personality from. Well, that's how Peggy grew up to be like this, like the stubborn, naive, narcissistic person. It's because she wants to do good, but but sometimes she doesn't think before she does things.
Yeah, like, I mean, it doesn't make no sense when she was talking about Matt had her words. Like, I agree when, you know, in it, you know what? I don't know how to say this. Like, if you look at Peggy Hill's development, you see her develop her mental issues, which she started to understand them. Something kind of like that.
Like she has narcissistic personality disorder, but it's also clear that the reason why she acts the way she does is because of her mom, because her mom is very judgmental. She's very like she's very mean. She's very strict. She's very acerbic towards her daughter, and even though her daughter tries to do good, her and even when Peggy tried to do something good, her mother still scolds her for it because because in her eyes she thinks that Peggy is no good to do something that she thinks that her daughter's no good, and that right there is not a good. That right there is not a good thing to say to your daughter, because one day she'll end up being like a mini version of you, or basically like she's trying like I think with Peggy is that she wants to do good, but sometimes she does it in she doesn't think before she acts, which gets her into a lot of trouble. She does things where she doesn't really think before she acts, and she gets into so much trouble because of it. She's not a heartless character. Like she's not no heartless character, unlike Lewis Griffin from Family Guy. Because compared to Lewis Griffin, Peggy is a much better mother than Lois. Because Lewis Griffin could ever she don't really care, like she'll barely even care about her children. But Peggy does love her family. She does love Bobby, her her husband, and Luann. Like she's a very good mother. It's just that when she tries to do good, it always backfires in her face. Is because she doesn't always think before she acts. So it's best to understand the backstory before you judge.
Let's
So yeah,
continue, guys.
that's the reason why Peggy is the way she is because of her mother.
To do it for you. Peggy Hill, oh yeah, was my favorite character, and she started out as one of the most intelligent of the cast. White character on the cast were read to being a quote unquote redneck that they put and portrayed into this show. Like, here's an example. He said eco-friendly, they said eco-friendly. And I don't know if that's a regional thing because I don't live in Texas. They live in Arlen, Texas. I don't know where they're at specifically in Texas,
Austin.
but I know their speech. So Peggy was someone who was a redneck. She was from that Hillcrest country, and eventually they told us that she was from a ranch, which is not consistent with how we saw her in her past, like when she was remembering her life. And one could argue that her everybody's past altered based on their experience, because it's funny that this is brought up because there's an episode, one of my favorite episodes, I will go down in history and say this is my favorite episode, is when they become firemen and they are volunteer firemen. And when they burn down the firehouse, all recount the minutes before the fire started. And each account is way different. And it's hilarious to see each character's like perspective. It's really interesting. But I liked it. But with Peggy, a big flaw that I didn't care about, was that she was overconfident, because she wasn't made a fool of as much as she was in later years of the show. The show like turned into how stupid can Peggy look today show. Literally. That's what the show was about. It was about how stupid can we make Peggy look? How can we humble Peggy? Like, I don't think people liked that Peggy had the goods to go with it. She just wasn't the blonde beauty that everyone thinks Nancy is. When Nancy looks, just to say, I'm just saying, Peggy just doesn't look like, they take no, like, it's just like the B. Arthur situation. Everyone called her ugly. Everyone called her mannish because she wasn't the standard of beauty. She had black hair in her heyday. She was very taller than everyone else. And on Golden Girls, everything about her was torn down. Even though it's supposed to be just a character, it was the character that they created. Betty White, rest in peace. She was not stupid. Betty White was very intelligent enough to have her own spot on TV, her own network, her own situation. She was like executive producer to stuff. She was working until her dying day, literally. And Rue McClary, quiet and reserved in real life. B. Arthur was the only one who actually had an issue with playing her character and being treated in a way, because it was basically her character, her own person.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there. My computer is off. So, okay. I gotta just call out today. We could just watch the reacting the stream tomorrow. Like, it's getting late. It's like 12:35. Yeah, and it's best if we just need some West. So
I'll just say that this is by far the least annoying video she ever made.
yeah,
The least annoying she ever made. Because I do agree that agree with her that not all shows need to be remade, but compared to her other videos, this is by far her least annoying.
yeah.
So good night. Thank you for having me on the stream.
So okay. Yeah, I can bring with Gaka and we were talking about Ant Dragon, so I could show her about this chick. She made an anime video about it, so yeah. So this is figures out about Black Queen. So thanks you being here.
Rich Butler. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube.
And you can find me on Twitter, Discord, Instagram. So I'll catch you guys later and peace out here.
Peace.